Please be advised, this is not medical advice. Always follow the suggestions of your physician. This is just some suggestions so that you can feel and be your best. Hey everybody, it's Marlene of Marlene Motivates. I am your life coach. And today I wanted to cover a topic, and that is how to overcome sadness. Well, first we have to start off by saying it's nothing wrong with being sad. We all go through situations and problems in our life, and we have to understand we're not robots. We get down, we get discouraged, but these are just going to be 5 tips that will help you to be able to overcome your sadness. For you to acknowledge your feelings. We have to acknowledge what we're going through and what we're dealing with. Most of the time, we'll just ignore it, let it go, bury it deep inside. We'll hide it. But it's very important as human beings, as motivated people, that we acknowledge how we feel. And I found that when we learn to be honest with ourselves, there's nothing that we can't overcome if you learn to be real with yourself. It's important to say, I feel sad, and then get to the solution of why you feel sad. Could it be that you're simply doing too much? Or there was a time period you did not take the time to slow down and heal and rest or cry or whatever you needed to do in order to overcome that sadness. And ultimately, sometimes we hide things and we'll convince ourselves that everything is okay when we know that it's not. Now, if you know that it's beyond sadness, it's been happening for weeks, maybe you've been crying, maybe now it's got to the point where you're getting vices like you're drinking or other things. This is when you need to seek some help. Point number 2, journaling. I found that journaling has done so much for helping me with overcoming my sadness, because there's certain things that you just don't want to tell anybody. And even sometimes when we're going through a period of sadness, we don't even know what it is. And journaling gets it out of our head and onto the paper. And you would be surprised sometimes the real reason why you truly feel sad. So get a journal, write it out, be honest, and feel better. You know, you can get so much relief from your pain and your problem and your situation just by having enough courage to say, this is how I feel, this is what I'm going through, and it's going to be okay. Point number 3, talk to someone you trust. And it's going to be different for everybody based on your beliefs, based on your strength, based on the issue and reason why you are sad. You know, for me, my first line of defense is talking to God, because God is my everything. You can tell things to God that you can't tell to other people, because you don't have to worry about somebody going and spreading your business, and you know you're going to get the support that you desperately need. Talk to an advisor. Sometimes we'll feel like, oh, I'll go and talk to a friend. But when people are so close to you, sometimes they don't give you the best advice for you, when the best advice may be for you to be able to leave that situation or that person alone, because they are a toxic individual. So are riding for you, they're rocking for you, they have your best interest at heart. You know, the reason why it's important to sometimes have a third party person, because they have no emotional attachment to you. They're not trying to play games with you. They're not trying to say anything too nice or too pretty. They're going to tell you the real raw thing that you need to do. And sometimes that's ultimately what we need in order to overcome what we're dealing with. Because when we're feeling sad, the last thing we want to do is get up and get out of the house. Surroundings, a different atmosphere, a different, just getting in some fresh air. going for a walk, taking a long drive. It's because looking at the four walls, sitting in the dark, and you start feeling sorry for yourself, talking to yourself crazy. It's like you are licking your own wounds. You're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. But when you give yourself the permission to say, I know I'm going through this, and you may have to say this, come back to this video and watch it. I'm going to let myself get up and get on with my day. So you just one by one get yourself together. And that brings me to the next point. When you're feeling sad, stop eating. We stop involving in our personal care. We stop getting our exercise. We just let ourselves go. So when you're feeling sad, pour into yourself. Get involved with your self-care. Be aware of your mental health. And if your mental health is not in a good space, do something about it. Remember, you're worth it. And because we are worth it, we deserve to get up and fight so that we can have our peace of mind, so that we can get our joy back, so that we can do all of the things that we need to do. And the only way to do that is to get up, to get out, to talk about how we are feeling, and then having the courage to do something about it. Now here is the very last point, is giving back. Give to others. So when we give to others, it gets our mind off of our problems for a little while, and then it gives us a little space, a little room for us to say, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was, or maybe there's something that I could learn, or maybe there's somebody else that we can support. You know, it's all about taking what we have been through or what we are going through and turning your pain into your power. There is going to be a playlist of more videos just like this. It will be below. You know what we say over here on Marlene Motivates? Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life. Make sure you hit the like, you subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'm Marlene Motivates, your life coach.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself.